Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Metaphor. We're still trying to be as efficient as possible, and I hope I'm succeeding, mostly. Well, really, I have to basically be completely succeeding if I want to achieve all the things I want to achieve. But, well, I can only
Alright.
try to do what seems right at any given moment and hope that it's actually enough. No luck.
Well, that...
And I believe the right thing to do today is to go after the stolen relics and Jin. And we'll see how exactly that's going to work out. I don't know why I keep collecting ingredients. I suppose it's just free items that I can pick up, just on the extremely off chance that they'll ever actually be useful.
Are we departing?
Alright, so Jin is hopefully still there somehow. Yep, hasn't budged. I mean, this is not marked as a one-day journey, though. As I suppose it shouldn't be. So, no, it still takes one day. Cool. But does that mean that we're actually going to spend time on the runner along the way? Which would be good, because we can use that time to increase virtue, specifically finish reading that book. And I would like to do that as early as possible, of course, so we can keep working, keep weaving those Basilio encounters in between the other things that we still need to do.
It's your call.
We should get there by midday. Can we make it back by tonight? I mean, I would hope so. But of course.
Great. Let's move out.
What to pick?
Okay, so we do get to spend time here. That's great.
Well...
And obviously, there isn't really going to be anything else to do. I mean, let's weigh our options here. Already done these things. We could do some cooking. Can we actually? Like, is there... There's this, but there's just no way that I can see to get Queen's Honey Jars. Actually, let me double check one more time. I already looked it up, but I don't know if I looked at, if that's just something I read randomly somewhere in some post, or if I actually saw this in a wiki where it specifically listed all the possible locations for Queen's Honey Jar. I just want to make sure. But as far as I'm aware, there were some available for sale, but we bought all of those, of course. And then you can get them from fishing. Those are the two options that I'm aware of. Okay, so it looks like those are indeed the options that exist, and it's just so unfortunate that fishing is just so difficult to do, or so inconvenient to do, I suppose. It's very easy, of course, but yeah, you just have to specifically spend time on it. And also specifically, we need 3. Normally you get 1 Queen's Honey Jar while fishing, as long as you pick the correct options during the fishing, minigame or dialogue. Except with the tail bait, the one that gives you the Lord of the Lake fish or whatever it's called, that gives you 2 jars of honey. So we could do it. We do have 2 tail baits, okay, so we could get up to 4, but we would need to fish twice either way if we want to make that final recipe. And I just don't know if we can possibly do that. Because the only way to do it is to specifically travel to a location that you don't fly to in the Virga Islands area, so that you spend time traveling across the water. So it's just, I mean, what were they thinking? Why not give me literally any other option to fish? Like, unlock some place some pond where you can just sit down and fish. Just spend, choose to spend time to fish or something. I mean, it would still use time, but it's so awkward that you have to, specifically choose to travel somewhere you don't really want to travel to, just, so you can use that option. Oh well. Yeah, we want to finish reading this book. I wanted to do that anyway, and the sooner we can get that out of the way, the better. And with any luck, this should, I believe, give us 6 coins worth of imagination twice. once for reading regularly and once for finishing the book. Or maybe it's not 6 2 times, but it should be more than the usual maximum of 9 you can get. So, or is it 8 the maximum? I keep forgetting. Anyway, because you get 2 instances of coins. So, yeah, with any luck that might be enough. Looking through it really makes you feel what kind of life he's lived. It's a book meant to teach reading and writing. Illustrations of food and animals have their names in big letters, and I see traces of Basilio practicing in the margins. There are some letters facing the opposite direction, probably written by Fidelio. His handwriting is almost delicate compared to Basilio's heavy strokes. The last page has only a single word written in Basilio's handwriting. Live. Basilio's handwriting is big and bold, just like him. I thought about Basilio's life. I feel like my imagination improved.
All right.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, and 8 is the maximum here. This is not gonna be enough, is it? With that, I finished the book. I feel like my understanding of the world has deepened.
All right.
That's another 6, and yeah, that's not enough. But I mean, maybe another 8 might be? Still, oh, bookworm, finished reading all books. Hey,
the royal
nice.
magic gone, the tournament for the throne escalates. Those who would turn the tide with military might are spurred by opportunity. However, the case of Jin Dulls was something altogether
Jin
different.
Dulls.
Standing firm in his path is the party's gauntlet runner, there to take back what Jin stole from Nurus.
That can only be.
Got us a visitor here. It's Jin and his King Starlight. Hoist that scoundrel over to our runner, would you? Please. We need those back. Those? For the sake of peace in this country.
What?
Wow. Were they really that big a deal?
We can make short work of them.
Whatever the case, we cannot condone stealing. Well, definitely not by this guy. Let's teach him a lesson he won't forget. And of course he's not fighting alone.
You people! Why are you here?
We could ask you the same thing. Why'd you steal Nurus's relic?
I had no other choice. If I can't prove I'm useful to Luis, then he'd kill me.
Well, now we're gonna kill you, so I guess it's kind of bad luck for you either way.
I thought if I could find him some kind of treasure, some token, I could win his mercy. And your engineer, he's the one who made a runner fly. His secrets are bound to be valuable. Maybe valuable enough that Luis would spare my life, but... damn it all! I don't give a damn anymore! This time I'll really slaughter you all!
Okay.
The royal magic's off the table! I can kill you and offer up your heads to Luis himself!
Just leave this to me.
In theory, sure.
Let's have a
Yeah,
swap
first
in
get bombarded,
inventive
please.
ingenuity.
Okay.
Time to teach this
This is
little
some
thief a
healthy
lesson.
dudes. What did you just unlock? Peerless Stone Cleaver. Wait, what do you... What archetype you're even in? Warrior, right, okay. Well, I might not have really set the party up for fighting specifically. Did I... Yeah, okay, at least I gave him some skills to use. Also, okay, we don't know your weaknesses, but we know that this guy's weak to electric, and this one's weak to fire. Alright, fair enough. He does have an item. I think we should be able to steal... Oh yeah, of course, because the prince is currently an assassin. Severe slash damage to one enemy. Turn icon on a killing blow. That's all nice and good, but we're obviously not gonna kill anyone with it. We can start by hitting some weaknesses. May one hit kill. I mean, wouldn't it be great if we could just do that? Like, just one-hit kill this guy. To get him out of the way. But first of all, I'm not sure that it's even gonna work on these. I mean, it might. They're not boss enemies per se, they're just a boss's minions. Right. Synthesis options aren't particularly great here anyway. We could just go with the Fiery Strike. Or we could hit them all with physical damage. I mean, we're currently in the Assassin archetype, but we should still be able to deal pretty significant physical damage. Anyway, I kind of want to try this. Do I? Inflict Hex on all enemies, and then we could use this... Wait, no, wasn't there? I thought there was some sort of synergy effect. I guess maybe we haven't unlocked the thing that I'm thinking of, which deals more damage to, or, you know, acts like super effective damage on enemies that are debuffed. Let's try Assassinate, just for fun. No, it did not instant kill. The damage was decent though, honestly. What can you do? Summon Kishin. One of two ways. Okay. I mean, it's gonna be super effective on this guy. Kishin, oh. So basically Thor. That was pretty decent.
That burns!
Right, you're the Royal Warrior now. Which means... you start with this. Extreme physical slash damage to all enemies and decrease their attack. I mean, I like the idea of that. To be honest, what did you unlock here? Medium damage 4 to 6 times to one enemy. Killing blow adds turn icon. I mean... severe physical slash to all enemies may inflict charm. Is there a chance that he might actually kill the dude on the left? Probably not, right? Depending on how amazing this damage is gonna be. Let's find out. It's a pretty cool cutscene. And that's pretty good damage. Okay, I mean, we still don't know his exact hit points, and you unfortunately cannot use any... electric attack. So I guess that was not the right thing to do. We don't really have a way to deal particularly great damage here either way. That's not gonna kill. I mean, I could have done something better than the that potential instant kill attack, which, you know, I didn't really have a particularly great chance of doing what I wanted it to do anyway. And then I probably could have done something other than the move just now. Although that was really good damage to all enemies across the board, so... yeah, that didn't kill. It's fine. We're gonna take damage anyway, so it's not like we can win this flawless anyway.
Take this! Take your best shot!
Okay. That was minimal damage to the party and no debuffs or anything, so these guys are just toast. Let's see how good your damage is. That's still quite good, I would say. You can easily kill this guy. Unless you miss. Aw, come on, Yufa. Okay. Extreme physical slash damage to all enemies. Let's give this a try then. Should I have done this instead? Yes. I should have. Damn it! Oh.
Bloody hell! How in blazes are you so strong?
Lots of
Even
grinding.
without the royal magic. Bollocks! What can I even do?
Not much.
This isn't good.
Heal yourself with 700
This is how it
health. I mean,
ends
sure,
for
you can do that. Not sure if it's really worth much. Okay, we have tested exactly one weakness. I feel like we're probably gonna just kill him before we figure out what he's weak to, if anything. Well, try ice. What is going on? Are we debuffed or something? Wait, we are, actually. Oh. I guess I could have been paying attention to that. You know what? Just steal from him then, maybe? Okay. Fortune God's Abacus. Okay, makes sense. So we get that type of weapon. I mean, one of his companions was weak to fire, one was weak to electricity, so I'm assuming that he himself is not. That being said, this is heavy damage. So unless he resists, that was only 800.
This isn't good.
Still probably the best damage we were able to do.
How
Okay, is he
do you
just
like
gonna
this?
heal every turn now, every round? Every turn would be bad. Okay, so he tried to charm, but that didn't work, which is obviously great. It's just 18 mana for... Oh wait, I'm done. That's fine. It's still only 18 damage for 18 mana for extreme damage, so pretty good. Plus the debuff, of course. Very good stuff. Now please hit him with that. Okay, he's not weak to it. Heavy physical, dark damage. Yep, 900, not too bad. We haven't tried light, so
I can take this.
he's gonna heal again.
This isn't good.
But obviously we can easily deal more than that damage.
How'd you like this?
Gonna try to charm again and fail, I think. Yeah, good. Well, this is really your only option. That being said, since I'm pretty sure we're gonna kill him this turn anyway, either way, let's try a normal attack here. Because the Royal Warrior archetype does have that 50% increased normal damage, and he has, I think I equipped both the, or two different slash damage boosting passives on him as well, right? So yeah, that's a very respectable 670 damage without any attack buffs or defense debuffs. So for a normal attack, that is quite nice. Have I tried piercing damage? I don't think I have. Is there anything we haven't tried just for fun? I mean, we have heavy light damage here. Heavy physical damage. It's probably going to be better. Yep, that's 1400 damage right there.
I'm sorry. I'll return what I've stolen.
Yeah, I mean,
You rage.
obviously.
You better listen up. Don't go getting any big ideas about crossing us again. You just... I don't know, skedaddle and lay low until Luis is out of the picture.
Yeah, you might be able to teach some Parapus back in Brylehaven. Or Altabury? Altabury.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Will do. Skedaddling presently.
Wonderful.
A halfway decent result.
Wow. Okay, nice.
A new power to wield.
Brave Blade. Heavy physical slash damage to one enemy, high crit rate. Ah, yes. This would have been nice to have, although it is twice as expensive. I suppose whenever it doesn't crit, it's less damage than Vorpal Blade. Which also hits all enemies and debuffs, so it doesn't. This definitely has its own set of benefits. Oh, and he doesn't actually have the 30% slash damage increase yet. I see. So his basic attack is actually going to be even better at some point. Right.
A new me
means of protection.
My power swells forth.
Yeah. Okay. So for some reason, our reputation is now stuck at rank 32. Jin ran off at full speed. I should hand the lost relics over to Nuris. And yeah, okay, we're just gonna
You got them back!
do that and
You two could manage it!
yes, yes, and get Nuris to max rank all in one go, right?
Most helpful.
5 more routes.
Ooh, would have been dire indeed if the thief were the one to complete it.
Dire, huh?
Dire how?
There's something I've got to tell you two. It's about what these relics really are.
They are D8s.
It was nagging at me a bit, you recall? Why were the relics scattered all across the land?
There must be a reason.
Has to be, eh? I thought the same. As if someone deliberately made sure they'd be separated. You see, in the course of my tinkering, I worked out that these relics could still function as components to a greater device. The trigger mechanism is a bit like magic igniters, but without a doubt, it's something different altogether. Something utterly transcending modern technology. Based on the few clues present, and my own technical knowledge, I can only conclude...
Yes?
It's a weapon of mass destruction, capable of destroying the world as we know it.
Okay. That's... I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be quite that extreme.
A weapon?
Like the King's magic, or Luis's magic. No. Perhaps something even greater. It's a power that could end an entire civilization.
This little thing could do all that. Why even make something so...
Who knows? No way now of telling the creator's motives. But I think I understand how this sort of thing happens. Once you're struck with a grand enough idea, you can't help but bring it to life. As a technician, no doubt they only thought to prove their hypothesis, no matter the danger involved. Only, once it became real, they saw the horror in what they'd created. And so this was their effort to bury it, scattering it in pieces across Ukrainian leagues.
I don't know. I feel like your theory is a bit flawed. Because if that truly was their motivation, whoever made this thing, if they really wanted to make sure that no one could assemble this thing and use it to accidentally wipe out the world or intentionally, they should have just destroyed those things and, you know, any evidence, any details about how to make them, instead of just hiding them away. I mean, what's the long-term plan there?
Hard to say if they plan to put it back together someday, or if they just couldn't bring themselves to destroy the fruit of their labors. Say, old boy, what do you suppose we should do with this?
Use it to kill Louise, obviously. No, let's destroy it. That's the only correct answer here. But I have to.
Use it to defeat Luis.
And potentially annihilate the entire continent in the process.
Yes. Worth it.
No. I'm grateful you gathered all the pieces for me. But I have a responsibility. I'm going to destroy it myself.
Well, I'm afraid I'm your superior and future king, so I will regretfully have to order you to assemble the thing and hand it to me. Thank you very much.
I hope you can understand.
No, I can't. Sorry.
But how are you going to destroy it?
Couldn't be simpler, really. If we're not putting it together, you've just got to crush the central component. If I'd found this as a younger man, it wouldn't even have crossed my mind to break it. After traveling with you all, and getting to keep working on the runner, it's all been a sharp reminder of why I became an engineer. Technology's not a selfish pursuit. It's something you use to make other people's lives better, happier. That's how I managed to make this gauntlet runner fly. So thank you.
Okay, fine. It's the fruit of your efforts. Plenty more in store. Likewise. Just...
We're the ones who should be grateful. Thank you.
It's nice to be appreciated. If I'm to drive the runner for anyone, I'm glad it was you, chums. So, in that vein, let me pledge my support anew, what? As genius, inventor, and architect of the people's joys.
I can sense Neris's determination as a researcher and his unwavering trust in me.
The free-hearted engineer, Neris, keeper and heritor of the gunner's virtues. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of his newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
Rank 8.
If we can build an engine, we can build a nation.
Sure, not necessarily, but in this case I guess it happens to be the case. Right, Dragoon unlocked. Finally. Not that I have any plans to actually use the Dragoon. But it is crucial, of course.
Under the circumstances, we've got to learn to take inspiration from the world around us, instead of mooning and pining over brilliance of the past. Plenty of modern inventions took design inspiration from this sort of relic too. We'll need to work out how to make them safer to operate. Right, splendid. I'm feeling positively activated now. Let's have a proper think for the rest of today. Work out some exciting new concepts together.
Oh yeah, and crush those things.
And while we're at it, would you mind hanging around to watch me break this old thing?
What a shame. I stayed close to Neris, watching as he destroyed the relics one by one. Afterwards we spent some time chatting about various things, and then returned to town. Memorandum. Bonds unfettered Neris. Neris's desire to become an engineer was sparked by interactions with the inventor that lived in his community during his childhood. He became fascinated by the lost relic the inventor showed him, and thereafter began on his path towards becoming a researcher. A man of brains and lineage, he wasn't joking when he said that he had many offers of marriage. In fact, he continues to keep a portrait he drew of his former fiancée at his mansion. Okay, oh, wait, there's more? Oh, Juna, of course. As a member of the Nydia tribe, Juna constantly conceals her original childlike form using magic. Though difficult to imagine given her songstress status, she bears a complex past, having been sold as a slave by merchants, before eventually being adopted into House Cygnus. Though Juna was reluctant to reveal her past, she tells Atantua everything in order to save Myrtus, a singer she met in Brylehaven who intercepts an attack on her behalf. Juna saves Myrtus using the knowledge gained from her own trauma. Through this experience, she gains a renewed desire to use song to bring hope. We're at 89% of all the knowledge of the world unlocked. Okay, one thing. First and foremost. That is, of course, for Heismaid to study the Dragoon. Okay, let's at least take a look. Alright, that's, holy crap, that's quite the gun you're carrying there. I mean, yeah, it clearly looks like some sort of siege weapon that's supposed to be stationary, but you just decided to, you know, just casually carry it over your shoulder. And the elite gunner archetype, the Dragoon, preys on its enemies' weak points by utilizing attacks of numerous affinities and synthesis skills that open up an even broader range of ballistics. Okay, well, to be fair, you do have a bit of a more interesting selection of skills here. Wild Salvo, only from back row, weak physical pierce damage to all enemies 2 to 3 times. What? Why are we still using attacks... getting attacks that deal weak damage? I mean, yeah, it's 2 to 3 times, but still. Feather Dragoon Shot. Only usable from back row. Medium magic electric damage to all enemies 1 to 3 times. Red Feather Dragoon Shot. Same with fire. Blue Feather for ice, of course. Long range boost. While in back row, increase attack of all skills by 10%. Prevents charm, daze, forget, sleep, and rage. Okay, I mean, that one's very interesting, actually. And Heismay is going to unlock that. So, between that and... I believe he has a trinket that makes him immune to physical skills, just like a Tantuo, right? So, he would actually be immune to completely immune to all status ailments if I gave him this as an inherited skill. That's certainly not bad if I can make that work. Dragoroa? Only usable from back row, of course. Extreme magic fire damage to 1 enemy. Cold Dragoroa with ice, respectively. Draco Ray. Severe... Oh, okay, that's... Severe, that's also super expensive. Holy crap, 84 MP. Severe magic light damage to 1 enemy. Ignore resistances. Interesting. I mean... Yeah, it's still light element though. It will hit a light weakness, but it's gonna pierce through a light resistance. Well, I wonder if it's specifically only resistances. But if an enemy is actually immune or reflects light, it probably would still be reflected or blocked, I would imagine. But who knows? I mean, we're probably never gonna get to actually test that. Bullet Barrage from back row. Severe physical pierce damage to 1 enemy, ignores resistance. Alright, Mania Bullet, we've seen this before. Heavy physical pierce damage to 1 enemy, inflicts a 1-time weakness to slash, pierce, or strike. And Thunderfang, extreme magic electric damage to all enemies. Yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff here for sure. This is definitely, just from the looks of it, the best by far of these otherwise quite lackluster.
Fascinating. This right here.
Gunner lineage archetypes.
All right.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Excellent. So this is the power of the Dragoon. I will use this mastery to shoot through all foes who dare to face us. Leave the rear to me. The only thing you need to focus is the future. Well,
I have retained my edge.
Okay, you do keep all the equipment except for the weapon, which is amazing. I mean, also, I only started to give him warrior levels because he didn't have anything better to do anyway, so I'm gonna switch to this one, obviously. No one else has done any significant training in this lineage, so yeah. He can't do anything with that, of course. But look at this, he only needs to get to rank 15, and then he can actually start working on his Royal Thief. And that is exciting. In fact, I'm very, very tempted to just go ahead and use a bunch of these. We have 15 of these, 16 of these. How far is one of these going to get us? I mean, almost 4 levels.
Steady effort is key.
I think I'm just gonna do it here.
My power swells.
It's maybe not the
forth.
most, you know, efficient use of these items. That's just so tempting. There we go. 15. And just like that,
I see. Fascinating.
the Royal Thief.
This right here. All right.
30,000 mag. Yes, please.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
The Eternal Thief. Oh, masterful hero. This power coursing through me is like nothing I've felt before. The Royal Thief. It seems my striving to change has finally borne fruit. If I have life today, it is only because my comrades saved me. To use what remains of it, protecting them, I will have no regrets.
Oh.
Ah, I see you've now studied over half of the heroic embodiments. Indeed I have. Okay, we get 2 of those roots back that we just used.
Steady effort is key.
And yeah, of course we want to change to this immediately. Windsprite Katana, sure. We start with this. Heavy physical dark damage to one enemy, decrease hit and hit and evasion. Obviously really, really nice to have. Elusive Dream deals weak physical slash damage to one enemy 1 to 3 times, absorbs MP. May one hit kill. Okay. Quick Change Arts nullifies 1 physical attack for the caster. Third Eye, passive when attacked, halves attacking enemies hit rate. So we just outright start with that. With just being basically dodging half of all enemies' attacks. That's just really, really good. And of course, once we combine that with the Noble Thief's Soul, it's going to be even better. Plunder, high chance of stealing. We unlock that at rank 2. Haste Lore. Right, an additional evasion boost. Plasma Nightblade deals heavy physical slash damage to all enemies and may one-hit kill. Yeah, the whole one-hit killing aspect has never really come into play much, but maybe that's going to change. As expected, he gets mostly agility, of course. I mean, his stats aren't... I mean, his stats are fine, but yeah. God Killer. Extreme physical, dark damage to one enemy, high chance of one-hit killing. Especially if it's a god, I suppose. Blood Rain Twin Ninpo. Severe physical slash damage to one enemy, remove status, repel, and strength buff effects. That's very specific. Status? Repel and strength buff effects on the target. I mean, what status? As in debuff? Because why mention strength buff? Or is strength buff specifically like a charging move? Something that boosts your next attack. Maybe that's what they mean by that. Because I assume that remove status means removing attack, defense, and evasion boosts. I mean, obviously that is extremely good. This would be decent even without dealing damage, but while also dealing severe damage, yes please. Phantom Tracer, extreme physical slash damage to one enemy and removes buff effects. Right. I mean, here it says remove status, here it says removes buff effects. And specifically only strength buff, I don't know. Either way, it's good. We want to... Let's see here. I mean, Power Thrust is also just such a nice thing to have. Increased crit rate by 5%. It's also really nice to have. Does it come into play much? I don't know. Maybe not. It obviously would be nice if the Royal Thief also had a passive crit increase. Fire Strike and Icy Strike are still nice. Maybe this isn't that necessary, and I should give him... Well, we don't have it now, and in fact we're not gonna have this Unshaken Will, because we only needed to get this to rank 15. I mean, maybe eventually I'll get it to 20 just for this, but for now we don't even have it. So I suppose I'm just gonna go with the same inherited skills that he that have served us so well for such a long time. So good old Power Thrust, and just Fiery Strike and Icy Strike. Wait, didn't he have Icy Strike? Oh, he did. Why did I think he didn't have it unlocked? I don't know. Just managed to confuse myself again, as I so often do. Critical Trade. Double chance of dealing a crit to an enemy. Wait. Is that not just better than 5%? Obviously having both at the same time would be great. Or I could try to really maximize the chances of dodging and taking enemies' turns away by maxing out or maximizing our evasion.
All right.
Why not do that, actually? Okay, awesome. Finally got the Royal Thief. Now, what do we do with this day?
Something up?
Okay, can you still let me look at the list, please? Thank you. Right, so Yufa is gonna want to talk to us tomorrow. So maybe we just try to prepare for Basilio by maybe getting our imagination to level 5. Which we could do. Well, that's the question, right? Obviously, I want to get the most points of imagination I possibly can, which is 8. We could go to the opera, which is going to give us 7, which is almost as good. And it might be enough. In fact, it's only 1 point difference between 7 coins. 7 coins give you 15 actual points, and 8 coins give you 16. So honestly, the opera is almost certainly enough, but maybe there's an option. There might just be an option for every virtue that gives you reliably the maximum amount of coins. Okay, so the little chart that I found earlier does not actually mention any 8-point increases or 8-coin increases for imagination. So I guess, and that being said, it also does not mention the Opera House, so maybe it's not comprehensive, but I also didn't find any other specific info without looking super long or in-depth now, but I guess we're just going to try the Opera and hope that it's enough. Again, it's only an actual 1-point difference in the background, as far as I understand anyway. Either way, I think we're going to save our progress thus far, and, you know, if we go to the opera and it turns out that it's not enough by 1 point or so, that would be regrettable, and potentially I might want to look for some other option then. But let's just hope that it's enough. And last time it looked like
Let's see.
the activities here, the plays, are just ordered in the same way that the virtues are in the diagram. So this should give us imagination, but it's probably just going to tell us as well, right? This opera is The Kerchief Maiden. It's about a girl who was mistreated by her family but somehow ends up becoming the queen. She starts from the bottom, yet somehow ends up royalty? Seems like a story for people who dream big. Imagination,
What do you
yes.
think?
1500 reeve? That's a steep price, but I think we can afford it.
Well then.
Let's head in.
Whoa.
From what I've heard, the Kerchief Maiden tells a story about a girl who is treated poorly by her family but somehow becomes the queen of a kingdom. Yeah, you just told us. You attending the ball? Ha! A shabby girl like you would only embarrass yourself. Know your place and do what you do best. Don your ugly little kerchief and clean up your mess. Our mess, rather. Oh, woe is me. I know I could win the prince's heart if only I might meet him. I only need a dress and shoes for the ball. Oh, please, God, hear my plea. Where have I heard a story like this before? It seems oddly familiar. Pious daughter, the church has taken notice of your consistent donations. Thus I bestow upon you a dress whose beauty is only matched by the purity of your spirit. Also these glass shoes. Well, it's a little bit different than the story I was thinking of. She's definitely devoted, but she's not very modest, is she? Oh, beautiful maiden, would you honor me with a dance? Oh no, the only dance partner I have ever had is a broom. With a little aid, I'm sure I would be most graceful. Hello, God, just one more thing. My pious daughter, God acknowledges your dedication to prayer. Thus I bestow upon you a talent for dancing. Your grace shall only be matched by your devotion. Oh, are you not... you are not only easy on the eyes, but light on your feet as well. 'Twas destiny that we meet. Please be my queen. And so the compassionate pious maiden married the prince and lived happily ever after. What? Pretty sure God did all the work there. Whatever. Maybe the lesson is to believe anything is possible? Right, if only you pray hard enough. After seeing the maiden maintain her determination in the face of adversity, I feel that my own imagination has increased. Come on, please. Yes, okay. Whew. Wow. It looked like it was gonna slow down just at the end there, but nope.
Imagination.
Yeah, now we're demiurgic, apparently. Good. The only thing we're not is perfectly eloquent, but yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's checks out. Otherwise, these virtues, I would say, very much align with my own. If true sovereignty is thy aspiration, and so on and so forth, blah blah blah. As we made our way back to meet the others, Gallica and I discussed our thoughts on the play.
The day
It
of
sucked.
the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 14 days remain.
It seems Baden sent me a letter and a package while I was out traveling.
Look at this.
The health incense. Whoa. What? Are these random or are these
Alright then.
scripted to be a particular item or type of item on a given day, as long as you have that that trait unlocked? Because otherwise I wonder if you could actually save scum the game and make sure you get stat increasing incenses on every single day that Barton sends you a package.
Aye.
Yeah, you have to make a choice. We can now talk with you,
Well.
but surely we can also actually... Wait, we can't?
I won't.
Are you kidding me? Don't tell me.
Oh,
About the thing I wanted to ask you, I'd prefer if we could talk about it in private, so maybe the next time you're going out? Next time I'm going out. You mean as in traveling? Okay. Alright, so we don't need max rank eloquence with her as well. Which means, I suppose, that we don't actually need max rank eloquence, period. I would still like to get it, though. If nothing else, I'm sure there is going to be an achievement for getting level 5 in all the virtues. But obviously that's of lower priority. Okay, well in that case, I guess it's just Basilio. Health incense. I mean, Yufa is obviously the lowest in my core party. It's only 5 HP though. But yeah, sure. Let's make sure she doesn't die, I suppose. And, yeah, since we can talk with Basilio today, we should do that. Then the next day we can finally go to one of the remaining dungeons. And then the day after that, hopefully spend more time with Basilio. Okay, so actually we might still need that eloquence for him. But we've already needed to, I want to say, 2 different virtue thresholds just to get this far with him. But maybe they... because he joined the party so late in the game now, but that wouldn't even make sense to make it even harder to get him to rank 8. Not only give you less time to do it, but also, you know, give you more hurdles to overcome along the way. Anyway, I think, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to him.
Aye.
Still 3 more to go. So a total of 6 days. No, I suppose 5 days? Yeah, one today, then we're gonna have to spend 1 day doing something else. Then we get to rank 7. Then we have to spend another day, probably. Unless the final day is different, or the final rank is different. I suppose there might be a quest we have to do for him.
Sam!
For now, though...
Vinka.
I don't know how to convince Vinka. I'm not smart with words like you lot. So I don't think I'll be able to say things right. Might even make things worse. It'll be worse if you don't act. Thanks to my overflowing imagination, I was able to come up with that brilliant line.
Huh?
I guess if we leave him alone, Vinka would just keep murdering, and at some point, I don't know if we could save him anymore. I don't know that we can save him even at this point, to be honest. No, there's no way. Even if Vinka hates me for it, I've got to stop him. What the hell was I afraid of? The important thing here is getting Vinka off this path of killing. I'll stop him, even if thrashing him is the only way to get through to him.
Hey.
Now I've finally got that figured out. I want to see him. Right now, I mean. Think we can go? Let's go.
Thank you.
Thanks. Feels a lot less bleak when I've got you on my side. Let's head over to Brylehaven. They would have done the same thing, I'm sure. Damn it, he's not here. Why did you expect him to be exactly in this place? Then again, there's lots of people on the main road, so I can't expect too much.
By the way...
They still haven't caught that murderer yet? Not yet, but word is they've finally put a bounty on his head. He might even be somewhere close by. Oh, a bounty? He's got to be laying low. Can't just stroll about. Let's ambush him. I mean, how would we ambush him if we don't know where he's gonna go? It's not how ambushes work. Let's capture him, let's find his target. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if he's going after igniter merchants... Well, yeah, he was going to go after a guy in the Night Prowler, right?
Well then...
We just need to find the person he's targeting. Oh. Ah, right. We can't stop him if we beat him to the punch. Wait, what? We can stop him. Yeah, of course, that makes a lot more sense. Why was I confused about that? Who knows. Anyway, he said he was going to strike after the target left Night Prowler, right? Yeah, but that was several days ago, so I doubt the person is still gonna be there. Ah, that's not how this game works, though, thankfully. Security gets pretty tight there when there's an igniter deal going down. I'm proper famous now, and even I can't get in. Or maybe I could pretend to be someone's bodyguard?
Vinka.
Things are shaping up. Wait for us, Vinka.
Hey.
He said he was after some rich merchant. That him then?
Hey.
Your finest drinks. Money is no object. Send all invoices to the estate of the great Lord Elsia. Yeah, got to be. Pompous enough, isn't he? I'm going to talk to him. And who are you, ruffian? You the merchant man? The one who's been selling igniters under the table? It's a pretty small table.
I mean...
You know the murders everyone's been talking about? The man's coming for your blood next. We're here to sign on as your bodyguards, like. Do you think me a fool? You'll make some pretense of guarding me and then try to steal my money.
What the hell?
You got the wrong idea, fella. You've got to believe me. If you wait till he makes his move, it'll be too late.
No.
We're all but certain of the threat here. Where do I know this child's face from? I could swear I've seen him on a poster somewhere. Are you a wanted criminal, boy? Something like that. Seize them! Call security! Apprehend these two!
Huh?
What? Wait, hold on. We haven't even done anything. Not yet, you haven't. But I know you were thinking it. There have been all those murders lately, and someone's got to be responsible, no? Shite, this is going south. They're going to pin everything on me. You run, I'll stay. We don't have to run. Only because this guy, no matter how rich he is, no matter, only because this guy tells them to apprehend us, we haven't done anything.
It'll be fine.
Just stay calm, hold your head high, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
What, really? If you say so. Apologies, Lord Elsia, it seems the guard is stretched thin due to the murders in question, but they shall be arriving shortly. Then your lives are spared for now. Leave now and I can overlook this. Right. Well, screw that guy. I guess he dies. Fine by me. Damn it, the bodyguard strategy didn't work. I was so sure we had this.
Right.
Thanks for earlier. You were trying to save me, right? Didn't care for the guy. I mean... Save you? What do you mean? We were never in any danger.
Hey.
Someone had to teach that guy a lesson.
Wow.
Fair, but you can't just flat out antagonize high rollers like him. Dangerous game. I didn't antagonize anyone. What are you talking about? Not like that reaction wasn't anything new for me. Never was as smooth as Vinka, I guess. Always felt like Vinka could make anything happen for us. We were like family, and he'd always be there for us.
And then?
Always said he'd save up his money from the tests so we could all live in one big house someday. Dad never believed it'd actually happen, but to me it was hope. Was Vinka's hope too? Yeah, I mean, he probably used to believe in that at one point. Was Fidelia's hope too?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how Del was, born with a sharp tongue. And always hiding his true feelings. But I'm not who I was then. Even without Del, I know what I should and shouldn't do. Vinka said the rest of us are gone. If that's true, then I'm the last friend he's got. And that means I've got to save him. I want to show him how to live, like you and Del showed me. I can feel Basilia's sympathy for his friend as well as his deep gratitude. The ardent champion Basilio, keeper and inheritor of the Berserker's virtues.
Now, a new power.
Yeah, this new power.
No one's strong enough to
Destroyer, finally unlocked. Okay.
Let's head back.
Well, the guards are bound to show up soon, and I doubt Vinka's coming. Let's head back for now. Got to think of a new strategy. Yeah, it's fine. We'll figure something out.
Something up?
All right then. Hot springs. Certainly an option. Okay, Hulkenberg can actually study the destroyer. Does she need to? No. Of course, she just needs to work toward this. Well, we're still gonna unlock it.
Fascinating.
Even it's gonna
right here. All right.
cost 28,000. Yeah, it's more than 10% of what we currently have, but we're still gonna be fine, obviously.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I see.
Incredible. So this is the power of the destroyer. I'm overwhelmed by a sudden desire to crush everything in my sight. It's a feeling I know all too well. It is a joke, mostly. Yes, a joke. I'll break down any wall that stands in my way. All shall fear the name of Hulkenberg.
To greater heights.
And we're not going to switch to that. Thank you. You, however, what are you currently? Right. Well, we do need martial artist rank 20 if we want to make him the royal berserker.
I set this, all right.
But we might as well unlock this already.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
I'll do it.
Whoa, the power of the destroyer. If there's something you want crushed to a pulp, just point me at it. You watching, Del? You and me, we're gonna raise hell together.
I can use this.
Right, we're not switching right away. The Elite Berserker Archetype, no archetype hits harder than the Destroyer. Said so. Capable of learning powerful enchantments, the Destroyer uses skills of multiple affinities to pulverize enemies, adding status elements on top to ensure those enemies stay down. Powerful Pulverizer. Heavy damage to one enemy. Medium physical electric damage to one enemy. Also removes buff effects. Okay. Getting a bunch of those recently. Windbreaker. Allows you to break wind. Medium damage to one enemy, lowers defense. Okay. Revenge Seeker, while in the front row, increase damage of all skills proportional to HP lost. Okay. Berserker. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a, typical Berserker-y kind of thing. But the actual Berserker, named Berserker, doesn't have that. But the Destroyer does. Okay, Health Vessel raises max HP by 30%. Wow. And you unlock this at rank 11. I mean, that's obviously a nice thing to have for Hulkenberg. If, I want to use her in her Knight archetype. I mean, obviously it's nice for anyone to have, but the Destroyer is not that easy to even unlock in the first place. Radiant Crusher, heavy physical light damage to one enemy, ignore resistances, and short range boost, while in front row, increase attack of all skills by 10%. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sounds powerful, obviously. But, we're probably not going to be using this much, I imagine, because, well, we're going to study it as soon as if we ever max out the martial artist first. But then, yeah, if anything, if I'm gonna use Basilio in the end game in any capacity, it's probably gonna be in the Royal Berserker archetype and not the Destroyer, but we'll have to get there first, and yeah, he's so far behind. It's likely not even going to happen. But at least now, it could, potentially. Now, what are we gonna do with the rest of this day? Next day we're gonna go to one of the dungeons. I think that's pretty much set in stone at this point. Which leaves increasing eloquence, which means doing a podium discussion, or spending time in the arena, finally. To my knowledge, the arena is only there for getting more items, I suppose, in the end. So I think I maybe just want to get my final virtue to rank 5, just so that's done with and I don't have to worry about that ever again. That being said, what was I just thinking? Right. Rhylehaven. I mean, I don't have to do that now, but just because I'm remembered. I think we have a couple of gold beetles to hand over. Not all of them, but I also want to remind myself how many more there are. Oh, I see you've returned.
Hey there!
Yeah, we found some. Ooh. Oh, I don't have enough. If you collect more insects, perhaps 4 will do. I'll give you this Dragon's Fall. 4. 4 more. You've sometimes gotten them from quests, but I suppose for now there aren't really any regular quests anymore. The only 2 quests we have, well, we have the 3 for the trial towers, but we've been to those towers, so the dungeons themselves, unless they were completely, their interior setup has changed. There shouldn't be any more beetles to find there, and I don't imagine those quests to give us gold beetles. And the other 2 regular quests that we have are bounty quests, and again, I don't think we've been getting gold beetles for those. We've just gotten 1 or 2 from random people that we helped out. So, unless each one of the remaining bounty dungeons has 2 gold beetles somehow, I don't know where we're gonna find these. A total of 8. Okay. So we have 4 in our possession right now. We need to find 4 more. Well... we'll see. I wonder if it's possible to miss those completely. I mean, I couldn't possibly have missed them in any dungeons, right? Because they do show up as little sparkles on the map, and I'm fairly certain that I ultimately cleared everything out. Everything that I saw, unless I really did miss a particularly sneaky hidden room somewhere that wasn't very visible on the map. I mean, usually you can tell. You know, you'll see the faint outline of another room if it's just connected through one of those little crawl spaces or something like that. But I guess it's not completely impossible. But also it's gonna be basically impossible to tell which I have and haven't completed. I mean, I can go through a list, which I'm sure exists, of all the beetles in the game. But, you know, I can't really double check or cross-reference which ones of those I actually confirmed, I've actually collected. Like, there's no way to confirm that other than technically going through the respective video, which I guess in my case, since I did record my entire playthrough, I could do, but it's obviously going to be a major hassle. And I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. I mean, I'm sure there is also an achievement for getting all the beetles, but how badly do I really want that, I guess, is the question in the end. Anyway, for now, we're just going to...
Let's
go discuss. It looks like maybe we only
I
need...
guess that's the end of it.
Please help as much as you
we need to
Closure.
only do this twice
I can hardly think on it. Guess there's nothing to be done.
to get to the max rank here, but we'll have to wait and see. Gonna save, I guess. Although, well, mostly save just in case I accidentally select the wrong option here and don't get the maximum number of coins.
This place.
Oi!
Ever since your true form got revealed, there's been more humans outside the city, riots inside, and a trail of death in your wake, you bloody false prince. Aye, the bodies are strewn about our fair capital, and you're to blame. The only explanation for all your feats is that you're a monster. You do have a point. The public is outraged. What can I say to prevail on their hearts? This is the work of Louise. The rioters are at fault. I want to make it right. Yeah, this is the option we have to choose here. Is that what I would have chosen? I want to make it right? Honestly, that sounds a bit whiny, and, you know, I'm only trying to do the right thing. Please listen to me. The rioters are at fault. I mean, that's putting the blame on someone else. And so is this. So I guess maybe I would have chosen this one. But I just happen to know that it's the one that you're supposed to pick. Listen, I want to become king so that I can fulfill my duty and save everyone. I don't want any more innocents to die.
You sound like a damn fool, you know
What a
that?
farce. What could you hope to accomplish now? Everyone's past their limits and nothing will ever be the same. Still, surprised he hasn't thrown in the towel yet. Thought his help anyone in need line was rubbish, but suppose not. I managed to make some of the crowd see my good intentions. I feel my eloquence has improved. Wait, that was enough? Okay, so eloquence is just one of those... Wait, maybe eloquence was the one that needed the least points. Yeah, wait, which one did I think it was instead? No, I suppose eloquence is the one, so... Yeah, wisdom and one other, maybe imagination, had this, you know, the hidden behind-the-scenes number of 280 points that you had to reach, and the lowest is only 170, so an incredibly big difference there. And I think that might actually be eloquence, so yeah, that would make sense. And courage is like 240, which again makes no sense for that to be lower than wisdom when it's so much easier, orders of magnitude easier to max out, because literally every single quest almost gives you courage, and plus several other things that you're just basically guaranteed to get. Imagination, you also get bunch of boosts here and there, but we still had to put some actual effort into it at the end, of course. Yeah, anyway. Eloquence. Okay, so that was way easier to do. Nice to have that out of the way.
With this, thou art the heroic embodiment of heroes lost. By thy supporters' faith, thou graspeth might beyond might. All heroic embodiments dwell within thee. Their power marks thee scion to a forgotten hero king, a wielder of all his peers' powers. Now, go forth. Thou needst fear nothing more. Thy destiny awaits, World Shaper. Forge this land anew, to a world none before you saw realized.
Wow. Okay. But
Well,
does
then.
it do anything for me? And there was not actually an achievement, so I didn't even have to do it. After spending more time with the people of the city, I returned to the group. Yep. Still not getting any more popular, though.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 13 days remain.
Try not to
Letter from
die.
Brigitte. Thank you.
Well,
It seems as though the people are absolutely terrified of the manner of the Ascendant, yes.
I'm
And we
leaving.
might actually go there. Well, it's that or the other dungeon. No particular reason to prioritize one over the other, I guess.
Shall we?
Pardon?
Barden? Peg your Barden. Okay, I mean, obviously... Basilia is not gonna be... gonna want to talk to us today. And Yufa apparently wants to talk while traveling. I hope I understood that correctly. I mean, either way, we maxed out our virtues now, so even if it had been that, we'd be able to talk to her now. So I guess we're gonna do that. It's just unfortunate that one of the two bounties does not require traveling over water. I mean, one of them technically does, but we will be flying, so no fishing for us. But, I mean, I suppose we're actually getting pretty close to maxing everything out, and we still have 12 days remaining. So, in the end, it ended up going quite a bit faster than I imagined for some reason. So we might actually even have time to, you know, dedicate 2 whole days to just sailing the seas and do some fishing. Crazy. We'll see. Maybe we'll even cook all the dishes before this is all over. Which probably means that I should technically... Well, no, there are also the spires, you know, the towers that we're probably gonna save for last before dealing with Luis himself. We'll see. For now, though, obviously I'm gonna end this episode. It's become one of the slightly longer ones, but that's fine. I like to, you know, finish all my activities in a day, of course. And so I did. Next time, we're gonna go to a dungeon for, you know, the first time in what seems like a pretty long time. For now, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.